This is my fnaf fan game I've been working on since last December, so about a year. I'll first go over what I've already done and then the future of the project. Visually, the game is mostly a recreation of FNAF Plus but with pixel art. The gameplay was originally pretty much just FNAF 1 but with an identity crisis, but I saw a tweet from King Carter about how FNAF Plus gameplay wasn't like FNAF 1, and that really opened my eyes to the possibilities with making the gameplay more original. The first 6 months were mostly spent doing the art of all the rooms around the building and planning out other stuff because I didn't have much time to work. Most of the rooms were partially or fully revealed by then, but for the prize counter, I had to get creative, so I used another FNAF fan game open source prize counter as inspiration. After that, adding Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy took about 3 months, and then I had to recode the game when I made the demo. And by late October, the 10th month, I had released a second demo with some extra features. After this, I started to seriously consider scaling back the scope of the game, but after rethinking why I was even working on it, I got a new burst of inspiration to work, and I actually have more features planned than I did before. For November, I spent a lot of time working on the settings and the UI and making it customizable with different styles. Right now, I have all four of the official FNAF Plus styles mostly added, and I have one of the two deleted ones. So the sixth style I'm still working on, but I've made it so you can customize almost every aspect of the styles. Like you can change their color and their position in the settings. And you can even have different styles for different elements so you can mix them, like the power usage stuff for one style and maybe the camera buttons for another. I'm also considering designing or adding one or more of my own custom styles, but I haven't decided on whether or not to add that or not. Now I can get into the things I haven't done yet. One of the biggest things is that I'm reworking the gameplay significantly. In the demo, scrolling side to side in the office is very slow because otherwise it would be really easy to spam the lights. Most of the people who played weren't a big fan of that. As you can tell from the video, I'm speeding up significantly. I'm pretty proud of the gameplay loop I had before, but it was very restrictive because everything had to be carefully balanced. So I'm changing it to be more versatile so not every mechanic is reliant on each other. This is important for my next big change, which is reworking the character movement. Each character will now have a bunch of different alternate behaviors which can be on or off, and I'd like to make the difficulty speed based instead of movement chance based, but I'm still working out how that would be balanced. The custom night and the roguelike plus mode will also be heavily related to these features, so I have to implement the animatronic changes first. A recent post from fnaf also revealed FNAF Plus was supposed to have unlockable animatronic skins, which I'd consider adding, but it would probably be one of the last things I added if I do work on them. One of the skins was supposed to be the mediocre melodies, which would be a huge amount of work. In a similar vein, other animatronics in the building is something I'm also considering, the main one being the puppet, which was apparently supposed to be an optional boss fight. I'm not sure if I should add it as that or as more like a normal animatronic, but I'm thinking about it. I think about the story a lot too. I like the idea of telling my own version of the story, but it feels like an impossible trap where changing anything feels wrong, but changing nothing means there's no point in even telling the story. For a long time, I've been planning to have the phone guy of this game be the notepad the player can read, but I'm considering adding a phone call. Using FNAF Plus's idea for an intern character could be cool, pretty unique from not straying. I can't English today. Pretty unique while not straying too far from the phone guy character. But that's about all the progress I made and what I have planned for the future of the game. Editing B Sheep here, I did remember something else to talk about. One thing that I've figured out how to do is make a mobile version of this game, but the thing I used to make it actually only lets you use it for like a certain amount of time, so I had to take down the mobile version of the demo because it doesn't work anymore. But if I can find a permanent solution to that, there will be a mobile version of this game, and I even have a setting specifically for it where you won't turn in the office if you take your hand off the phone or if you stop clicking if you're on the computer version.